Traveling has become ubiquitous. Today it's so easy to travel that almost anybody will do it at some point in their lives. And since traveling is not reserved for a select few anymore, it has become less and less interesting with the spread of all-inclusive offers and ready-made tour packages. But is that everything a trip should mean? There are still people out there for whom an all-inclusive offer means nothing. For them it's an adventure that will enrich their lives and bring them what they seek out for. It's a trip that's difficult, dangerous, and downright scary that will make them feel alive and give them the much-needed surge of adrenaline. A trip like that will make your friends stand in shock and awe while listening to the stories of your adventure. That is, if they weren't the ones joining you in the adventure in the first place. The trips on this list might require a higher budget than your usual weekend cityscape, but the wildness of it all will make it worth every penny spent. For those of you whose eyes are sparking at the thought of adrenaline rushing through your veins, keep on reading to find out the top 10 most difficult trips you can take. Going backcountry through Afghanistan. We guess there's no need to get into details as to why a trip to Afghanistan got on our list, since most of the country is still a war zone. The difficulties which this poses makes going backcountry through Afghanistan quite a challenge. One might think that there can't be any tourism in the country, but the reality is that there are some competent tour operators that will lead you through unique sites of the country from the capital Kabul all the way to the superb region of Bandi Amir. Whitewater rafting in Bhutan. With the government of Bhutan keeping a very tight control of everything and leaving only a few parts of the country available for tourists, planning a trip to Bhutan means applying with at least 30 days in advance for a visa and paying everything beforehand. The country is situated in the eastern Himalayas, mountains that are considered sacred by the locals. They say that the gods live on top, so that man is not allowed to climb over 6,000 meters. But taking a rafting journey on the Drangmchu River will get you through the extraordinary mountainous scenery and will more than sure satisfy your thirst for adrenaline. Trekking in the Borneo jungle. Borneo, the third largest island in the world, is mostly covered by rainforest, and it also has Kinabalu, a mountain that was considered inaccessible to any but winged animals until Hugh Low first conquered the 4,095-meter summit in March 1851. The island has one of the most diverse floras in the world due to the abundance of rainfall, and with the local tribes that continue to live on the island preserving their unique traditions, languages, and culture, it makes trekking in the Borneo jungle one amazing adventure that will for sure make you feel most alive. Skiing all over the globe. Skiing in 8 countries over 3 continents in a total of 2.5 weeks sounds a little bit impossible, don't you think? But what if somebody flew you in a jet across the globe and then in a helicopter to the best summits for some crazy downhill skiing? Well, an adventure like that is in fact possible. Enjoying the most amazing ski tracks in the world in such a short time period can get very real if you have a hefty bank account, because you can be sure that heli skiing and flying around the world in a private jet won't be the cheapest trip out there. Sailing around the world. It takes a super good boat and years of experience to try and sail around the world, since that kind of adventure is a lot tougher than one might think. But if that isn't enough, the Clipper Around the World is a tough 40,000-mile sailing race around the world that will stretch everything to the extreme. They even let you join the competition without any prior experience. All you need is guts, since the 70-foot racing yacht and the training will be provided by the organizers before being allowed to compete. The 40,000 nautical miles of the race are broken down into 8 legs and up to 16 individual races to choose from. The race is made for ordinary people who want to experience the adventure of their lifetimes.